Welcome back. I do apologise for the delay, but there's a lot going on, certainly around in my bubble at the moment, so I do apologise for the delay. I would like to now move the resolution to exclude the public, and it is for item 6. The general subject of the matter to be considered is Red Bus Limited. And the reasons for dealing with this in public excluded prejudice, commercial position, commercial activities, the plain English reason to protect CCHL and Red Bus commercial positions, and the reports will be released following the completion of any transaction. Pretty crystal clear in relation to the issues that we're put with, but I'm going to move the resolution. I'd like a seconder before I speak to it. Sam McDonald has seconded it.
Leanne.
Excuse me, Leanne,
So,
it's Jo. Can I just confirm
yes,
that you're also moving the recommendation that Paul Munro, Chief Executive of Christchurch City Holdings, and Brian Jameson remain?
sorry, and I am absolutely asking that that is included in the resolution, and Sam, you're agreeable to that as well. Thank you. So I just want to explain why this is a matter that needs to be dealt with in a public excluded environment. Obviously, the name of the report has excited particular interest from various commentators around the city. And it's not surprising that this creates a question mark for a number of people. Why would we be dealing with something in the public excluded environment? And I guess I want to put this in context. The context is very clear. So let me tell people or remind people what is in the public arena. Red Bus lost further market share in the ECAN tender round. It had been losing market share for some time, but it now has 20% of the market remaining. The model that has led to this was completely conducted in the private sphere, in a public excluded environment, in fact a completely secret environment for commercial reasons, and that's because this is a commercial model where ECAN, our regional council, goes out and asks people to tender for rounds that they have put together. The ECAN tender round, all of the decisions that lead us to consider the report today, all of that was hugely sensitive. All of it was conducted in complete secrecy, and there was no public engagement in that process. The one exception was a contract that was negotiated directly with ECAN with Red Bus. That wasn't the model that was normally in place. It's a public tender round. The model does not support a fully integrated public transport system. This has been my dream. My dream has been for Christchurch, for Waimakariri and Selwyn to have a fully integrated public transport system that actually encourages people to give up their single occupancy vehicle dependence and get on public transport options that are frequent, fast and better than getting in a private car. That can't be delivered under this model, and I make a plea one more time. Can we just get rid of the model? We don't have to deal with issues such as this if we get rid of the model. The competitive tender process that judges the costs that a company of the scale of Red Bus can't compete in. They don't have the benefit of scale, and there is no secret in the fact that Red Bus has not been profitable over the last few years. It has reduced its market share to a level which leads us to receive information from CCHL. We need to receive that information on a fully confidential basis. It is commercial information, and then we need to give a direction to CCHL so that it can proceed with its role as our holding company. So that is why the matter is being dealt with in a PX environment. What has led to the situation has been completely commercially sensitive right from the start, and it does not benefit our city to have a discussion about the commercially sensitive matters in an environment where we cannot speak about it or, in fact, disclose any elements of it. So that is why I've moved the motion. Is there anyone? Is there anyone else that wants to speak to this? Jake.
Yeah, look, I think it's really important that we don't do this in a backroom deal. It's frankly unseemly. If we can't take the public along with us, isn't that proof that we need to spend a bit more time and actually go out and consult with people? But, I mean, just speaking for myself, I can't speak for all my colleagues, but I'm certainly not afraid to vote publicly the exact same way I would in private. People have no idea this is even happening, and this is a major and irreversible decision. And to do it in secret is outrageous.
James?
Thank you. I'll speak.
Sorry, James. You're a Dalek. No.
Can you hear?
No.
If I turn my video off, can you hear me?
Yes, that's better. Far away.
All right. Okay, so very simply, discussing this in public jeopardises the commercial position of Redbus, CCHL and the Christchurch City Council. CCHL has told us that, the report has told us that, and Redbus has told us that. So given that all of those three entities are owned by the ratepayer of Christchurch, if you want to cost them money, discuss it in public. So it's pretty clear cut. And at the end of the day, we are here for the people of Christchurch. So you have an option of eroding value and costing the ratepayers of Christchurch money or not. Which one do you want? It's pretty clear to me. And I'm absolutely staggered that anyone would choose to actually cost the ratepayers of Christchurch money on purpose, despite all the advice they've had, if they don't even have common sense themselves.
Yanni?
Thank you. I think it's really not right to say that people wanting to cost the council money and the ratepayers money. We can't have that conversation because this has been proposed to go into public excluded. I welcome having that public conversation, but we can't actually do it now, and I resent the fact that that's been suggested as a reason for keeping this secret. The reality is that I can see no reason why the sensitive commercial information could be put in public excluded and the strategic decisions around Redbus could be done in public. It would make, I think, a lot of sense to be open and transparent with our community, particularly at a time when we've just had another resident survey show that the public are losing confidence in the way in which we're making decisions. So I think it's really important that we separate out the sensitive commercial information, which I think everyone would agree should be discussed in a sensitive way, versus the strategic decision around public transport in Christchurch that we are involved with. The Mayor has already alluded to a number of things that is common public knowledge around ECAN losing the contracts. Redbus losing the contracts from ECAN. So I don't think it's black and white as saying it's either PX or not. I think we should be separating these things out. The reality is that we are talking about an organisation in some form or another that's been in the city for nearly 100 years. It's an important thing in my view, to a number of people. There's an emotional attachment to Redbus, and I think the public deserve to be informed about the challenges that we're facing going forward. So that's why I'm voting against this going into public excluded, and I encourage others to do the same.
Thank you. I'll just go around.
3 people have spoken. Can we put the motion now, please?
Yes. Yeah. No. It was each way, so that's fine. So I'm going to put the motion. Jimmy Chen.
Yes, I'm not support to the PX.
Catherine Chu.
Voting in favour of PX.
Melanie Coker.
No, I won't support this being done in private.
Pauline Cotter,
No, I'm opposed to PX.
James Daniels,
I'll go into PX, commercially sensitive.
Mike Davidson,
Aye.
Anne Galloway,
No.
James Goff,
Yes.
Yanni Johansson,
Yes.
Sorry, no.
Aaron Kewen,
Yes.
Sam McDonald,
Absolutely, we've got to protect the ratepayer.
Jake McClellan,
No way.
Phil Major,
Yes.
Tim Scandrett,
Yes.
Sarah Templeton,
Aye.
Andrew Turner,
I'm going to abstain.
and I'm voting in favour. So, so that is. Can you announce the numbers, Joe?
That's 10 in favour of the motion, 6 opposed and 1 abstention.
Thank you very much. The motion is carried. Thank you.